Γεια σας, είμαι η Μαρία, είμαι 31 χρονών, κατάγομαι από την Ελλάδα, συγκεκριμένα από την Αθήνα.
The Greek one kinda reminds me of Spanish.
Is it Spanish?
In Turkish, we call musakka.
What is this?
The best thing ever!
Am I uncultured?
So the Greek word for fight is kavgas.
Fight in Turkish is kavga. Do you think similar?
We're ready!
I think they have different linguistic roots, but they're historically very connected and geographically also relatively close. I think that the languages will probably have certain overlaps, but overall I don't think that the languages are similar. So it depends which words we're gonna hear today.
Yeah, I think so. I think it depends on the words and what kind of thing we will see today. I think there will be something that are similar and some other things that will be different. So
I think we have many similarities, even in the language that we speak, the Greek language now. Many words, when I say these words, I understand that, this word must be from Turkish, the roots, the origins of the language, so yeah.
Yeah, we shared like same place, same food, same things before, like in history. I mean, so that's why.
I think our cultures and languages are very intertwined in a way. Γεια σας, είμαι η Μαρία, είμαι 31 χρονών, κατάγομαι από την Ελλάδα, συγκεκριμένα από την Αθήνα. Αυτή τη στιγμή βρίσκομαι στην Κορέα και εργάζομαι. Και σήμερα έχουμε έρθει εδώ να γυρίσουμε αυτό το υπέροχο vίντεο σχετικά με τις γλώσσες, συγκεκριμένα την ελληνική και την τουρκική, και να δούμε τις ομοιότητες και τις διαφορές.
Merhaba, ben Irmak, 20 yaşındayım. Türk'üm. Burada Yunanca ile Türkçe arasındaki farklılıkları göstermek için beraberiz. Öyle, bu kadar.
Turkish sounds so much more chill.
Maybe I'm chill.
Greek is like
Passionate speakers.
passion is overflowing.
I don't know why, but the Greek one kinda reminds me of Spanish. For some reason. But Turkish, absolutely not.
Yeah, I think Turkish is more Arabic.
Yeah, even if they have like a similar vibe on like this level, they're different.
And actually we get that a lot because when I speak Greek with my friends and like a foreign person listens to us, it's like, is it Spanish? And I'm like, kind of, but not really.
A little bit.
It's because the pronunciation rules are very similar between Spanish from Spain, not from Latin America, but from Spain specifically. They also have that lispy, like the kind of sounds.
The rolling R.
They roll the R's, exactly, yeah, so.
For me, like, as I growing up, I'm used to hearing both languages in my family because we have like a lot of Greek music influence in Armenia, and also we have a lot of Turkish influence in Armenia. So for me, they're very distinguished. Like the second I even hear like slight lifted, I'm like, oh, this is this is that. So it's gonna be very hard for me to be like, oh yeah, they are similar.
That they're similar in pronunciation? No, I don't think so. This is a much lispier, throatier, and this is much more, I feel like there's a bit more melodic in a way. So this one sounds more sexy, and this one sounds a little bit more, seductive. And then this one is a little bit more...
Not seductive.
No, this one is kind of like sexy, and this one is kind of more like flirty. Like more girly.
I don't think they sound similar at all. It sounds kind of, how can I explain this? It's not very clear. It's like everything sounds kind of similar, and you have a lot of this kind of. That's how I feel. What about you? What do you think?
I got Spanish vibe too much. I don't know. I don't think we're similar. Like we sound similar, but we have like similar words.
So in Greek, frying pan is tigani.
In Turkish, frying pan is kızartma tavası. Do you think similar?
We're ready. How did you say it again?
Kızartma tavası.
Tava.
Tava and then tigan. We have both.
Yeah. We just call tava too. Kızartma is like frying. Frying pan is tava. Actually, we call tava too.
Tava, it's just a
Tava for
pan.
us is the circle one that you will bake. For example, what do you bake? A casserole or like a burek?
Burek.
Or when you make baklava, it will be in a tava. And then tigan.
Tigani. You have the same.
Tigani in Serbian too.
Really? Wow. So in Greek, hour is ora.
Hour is saat. Saat.
In Serbian, we say sat for like, hour. And it also means watch.
Watch? Yeah, same. Oh, interesting that we sharing words, but we're not.
Yeah, but I guess with Italian it's the same.
Yeah,
Ora.
also in Italian we say ora.
Ora.
So it's the same, yeah.
I mean, there was a lot of long Ottoman rule over Serbia, so yeah, I think there's a lot of words definitely that we took, especially like items and food and things like that were like used like in everyday life. It kind of seeped into our language.
What about you guys? Do you?
None of them.
Yeah, same.
We say chas.
We say jam.
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 So for this one, do we vote? Okay, 3, 2, 1.
So in Greek, the word for market is pazari.
Yeah, in Turkish, a market is pazar.
Yeah, I think that this word, we actually took it from the Turkish.
Isn't bazaar like an Arabic word anyways?
Yes, we use it too sometimes. Bazar.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know the root, but
Middle East.
Middle Eastern probably. We also use this kind of word sometimes, not only for the market, but also if there's like a market with sales, pazari.
Same.
Like they have sales. The Greek word for notebook is tetradio.
We call notebook in Turkish defter.
I don't know.
There's something.
What do you think?
I am biased because I know both words. We use both of them in Bulgarian. We have tetratka and we have tefter. So they sound similar in the beginning, so I'm not sure if the root is the same.
We also have tefteri in Greek. We say tefteri with an I at the end, tefteri, and it also means notebook, but more like casually.
The worst thing in our language is like mix of both in one. We say tetar. They just took so I don't know.
I felt like the difference lied in the pronunciation rules of each language, not in the fact that it's a different word. But then you said that there's another word for it, so
Yes,
now I'm
tefteri,
confused.
which is exactly the same as the Turkish, but we just tetradio and tefteri. We have both.
Okay.
I guess if you that same word, yeah, it sounds the same, I guess.
So the Greek word for belt is zoni.
Belt in Turkish is kemer.
Then
We say kaish.
Kayış. Oh, we also have kayış too.
Kaish will be the dog, the leash.
Interesting.
But we say kolan. It's very different. Yeah.
I think with this word, like really realizing that Italian is really different from both languages.
how is belt? I don't remember in Italian.
Cintura
Cintura.
is like far.
Ours, we say goti.
Godi.
Goti. Yeah, it's like we're somewhere there.
Very different, right?
Yeah, very different. Everything's
Yeah.
different.
All of
Yeah.
us, very different. The Greek word for chair is karekla.
Chair in Turkish is sandalye.
Like sandals?
Sandals, yeah.
Sandalye.
Okay, well, 3, 2, 1.
Well,
It doesn't sound similar. Your word for chair sounds like sandals.
Yeah. Sandalye.
How do you say sandals?
Sandals, sandalet.
Sandalet.
oh damn, that's easy too.
Is it because chairs, like back in the days, they would make it from sandalwood? Is that what is it? Maybe. Possible reason for me.
So the Greek word for fight is kavgas.
Fight in Turkish is kavga.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
How do you say it in your languages?
Same, kavga.
Kavgas.
Oh, really?
Yes, kavgas. We have an S at the end.
But it's really interesting that a Bulgarian also uses that word.
I feel like it comes from Turkish.
Yeah, probably.
I have no idea.
I mean, listen, maybe there's an old Serbian word that I just don't know because I haven't heard it, but maybe something else took over.
So the Greek word for window is parathiro.
Window in Turkish is pencere.
The only similar thing is like
P.
the P.
I'll say now as well.
Yeah, it's no.
I think we have a similar word in Greek, padjouri.
What's that mean?
What's the word? When you want to block the sunlight? The blinds, yeah. It's like the blinds, padjouri.
What would be the Turkish word?
Yeah, I guess we're same, but I don't remember. Panjur.
This is it, yes.
Yeah, that one, yes.
That one, yes. Yeah.
Window, no.
Window, no.
Blinds, yes.
Okay, so the Greek word for closet is doulapa. Sorry.
Closet in Turkish is dolap.
One more time.
Doulapa.
Dolap.
Okay, yes.
In Bulgarian, we have this word dolap, and I only remember it because my grandma used to use it. And it's not a closet, but it's like a space that you would put in the dishes, for example, inside the wall. So it will be like a small opening inside, and you will put stuff in it. But it's not a big closet as you would think.
We call dolap for like every big or small or the thing you told me.
Interesting.
The Greek word for master is afediko.
Turkish word for master is efendi.
Yeah. And we actually have afediko and we also have afedis.
More closer.
Yeah, even closer. I think the everyday life, for example, the master, the boss, for example, at the workplace is afediko. Afedis is more, maybe in history books we use this word when some people like they took over some cities or whatever, but nowadays it's afediko, more common.
You call bus like afediko. For bus, we're not using efendi for bus actually. We're calling müdür. But efendi is for like slave and
Yeah. They have land and
I
people.
feel like especially when you go to the market and you want to grab someone as Effendi, come here, let me show you my goods.
Oh, actually it's efendim. That means like efendim. What did you say? Like you can use for efendim. There's like different.
I've been to Turkey, but I've heard this word a lot.
So the Greek word for parsley is maidanos.
Parsley in Turkish is maydanoz.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah.
Absolutely.
What do you say in Serbian?
Pershon.
Oh, we say magdanos.
Maydanoz.
Prezzemolo.
Sounds more similar to
Yeah, to
parsley.
English. Yeah.
In Armenian?
I don't know the word, I think, in English. I'm genuinely confused.
It's the herb
Herb, the green one that you put.
that you put in a lot of.
There are a lot of green
You
herbs.
would put in a lot of
They use
salads,
a
I
lot
think,
of-
in
they
Middle
use a lot
East.
Vakurg. Yeah, it's apparently vakurg in Armenian.
It looks almost the same as cilantro, but has a very different flavor.
Okay, vakurg.
It really depends on the word, but there were definitely some words that were very similar. Even like our languages didn't use, except you.
Yeah,
like you
she
were
was
very,
there.
Yeah, she was there. She was part.
I'm part of them.
So this food in Greek, you would say dolmadakya.
This is sarma in Turkish. Comes from like you're filling rice, leaf with rice, and then you rolling. Rolling is sarmak in Turkish, so sarmak, sarma, like that.
But in Greek we also have sarmadakya. Dolmadakya, sarmadakya.
Yeah, dolma,
Kind of the same, yeah. We mostly use, in general, dolmadakya. Sarmadakya is more specific to a certain area, I think. They make it in a certain area, but it's mostly dolmadakya. If I saw this, I would say dolmadakya.
We using dolma only for filling pepper with rice.
Yeah, very famous food.
Even in our countries.
Yeah, in the Balkans.
Yeah.
But we call it sarma.
Yeah, we call it also
We call
sarma.
it dolma.
Thank you.
So, do we vote?
Yeah, it was. No? They had the same word for
We have
both
the
of the
same,
things.
but if we use it, it's sarma and it's dolmadakya.
Yeah, like there is a pepper and then leaf. So you fill pepper with rice. That means doldurmak in Turkish, so it's dolma.
So I guess if you use the same word, the sarma word, then yes, it's the same. But if you use it, then they're different terms.
Yes.
I'm so freaking hungry right now.
Why it looks like lasagna?
Yeah, it kind of looks like lasagna, right?
In Greek, we would call this food moussakas.
In Turkish, we call musakka.
What is this?
The best thing ever! This is our lasagna.
It's our lasagna, just no pasta in it.
It's potato and minced meat and eggplant, yes, and bechamel.
Wow, looks so good.
Is it so common in Greek?
Yeah, it's one of the most famous food.
Same for Bulgaria. If a girl can make this, she's a wifey material.
Yes.
It's that common.
Yeah, we also have this one, but not like, not that common.
For example, in the tourist areas, the restaurants, do they have this food? Because in Greece, everywhere you go in the tourist areas, they have this food. It's like a standard.
We have particular place that every restaurant might have, but not every.
Ah, okay, yes. So in Greek, we would call this dessert kourabiedes.
We call kurabiyet. Is it like isn't it cookies?
Yeah, it's a cookie with made with butter, and I think it also has almonds inside and sugar on top. We make this around Christmas time mostly.
Looks so yummy.
We say the same thing.
Kurabia.
Yeah.
I don't know this? Am I uncultured?
No, I have no idea what is this. I'm like,
This word, κουραμπιές, we also use it if we want to offend someone, like as a swear word. Άντε ρε κουραμπιέ. We might say, he's a κουραμπιές. Like kind of stupid, not really nice.
you're a butter cookie.
You're a butter cookie.
I mean, I would say yes.
Is it gender specific or it can be for men and
Mostly
women?
for men because it is gender is male in Greek. O κουραμπιές, and it's also man is o άντρας. So mostly for men you use this.
I see.
Kurabiye is common, but you guys only have like this type or many other?
When we say κουραμπιές, it's specifically this one. It's a very specific type of cookie.
Actually, we don't have like that specific type.
So it's generally the cookies.
Yeah, cookies like mom's doing like cookies and we call it kurabiye and it can like look like that and I don't know. Maybe I'm confused.
I mean, they have definitely food that is similar, but I feel like it's because they're geographically close to each other. It depends how you define culture, right? Religion is different, right? But
Pronunciation is also quite different.
pronunciation is different. But maybe like personality could be like both. I feel like are warm and welcoming when you go to them. They would always like take in guests with open arms. They would always serve a lot of food. So I feel like in that respect, you know, like I feel like southern countries in general are a bit more welcoming and open. So in that respect, I feel like the culture might be similar.
Okay. In Greek, you would say this as ravani. It's a very common dessert, actually. We make this a lot. I think we're very influenced by Turkey, actually. I think it has also orange syrup inside. Yeah, that's it.
It's revani in Turkish and it's also common, like many moms doing this and children's like, wow.
3, 2, 1. Yeah, revane.
I don't know what it's called. I feel like I'm not well versed in Serbian desserts, it seems. But I've definitely seen it and I've definitely tried it and it's delicious.
I mean, I've tried it, but I don't think it's a very common thing.
In Italy, I've never seen this thing before. I'm sure like if you go like to some restaurant like that serves like Greek food or Turkish food, they probably will serve this dessert too, but I've never been to this kind of restaurant, so I have no clue. I have no idea how this tastes, but it looks delicious, so. Baklava! I know this one, right? It's the baklava.
In Greek, we would say this as baklavas.
In Turkey, we call this baklava.
10 points for baklava.
Baklavas, yes. Most of the words, even if it's from Turkey or from other languages, we Greekify them. So we put S at the end or some letters. Very common dessert.
I feel like baklavas do change country from country though, like how they taste and how they look. Yeah, Serbian baklava looks a bit different than this one.
Oh, really? It's not like that?
Ours is exactly like this.
Yeah, in Greece too.
But I feel in Turkey they would have more options as to what type of nuts, because you guys use a lot of pistachios. I don't know about Greek.
We can also use other nuts to make this. Yeah.
But we use mostly walnuts.
Also in Italy, usually they have a lot of pistachio. They're really green. Usually places that sells kebab have it.
First the salty one and then the dessert.
Yeah.
It's interesting that it's like, do you call it also
Baklava.
Because we call it paklava.
Overall, all in the Balkans, like the south of it especially, we have
History together.
we have changed recipes over the years.
But yeah, definitely, you know, historical connection. There's a lot of like food culture that's being shared as well.
Final answer.
It's too hard to find an answer.
Oh, one yes.
She's fighting for it.
Well, if you are to compare each of these countries to Central or Western Europe, they will be quite more different than if you compare them to themselves, right? I feel like because of geography and history, as we said so far, they've had a lot of influence to each other. They've been in food, in culture. They have a lot of similarities, but of course they have their own cultural identities. So, but I still think they have quite a lot of similarities.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, they definitely have similarities similarity. Like if we're just speaking linguistically, I feel like they're definitely two very distinct languages. They do overlap in certain words, and especially if it's related to culture that is being shared amongst them, like food and stuff like that. But yeah, like you said, I feel like they definitely have their own cultural identities. Yeah, I would definitely put them in different categories.
For me, they're like totally two different words. Like, because as I knew today, the new information for me, you also kind of share a lot of things with them in a certain way, and us, like in Armenia, we share a little different other things with them also. But like, I would never kind of put all of us together in one basket, if that makes sense. Because I think there is such a vivid line for me between two of them that I'm like, oh no, this is this, this is this.
Yeah, I also think they are different, even though they share some things. Especially I could see they share a lot of food, but yeah, I would not say that they're really similar. Like, of course they share some things, but they're not too similar.
I think the language, some words are very similar, almost the same, but as a whole, the languages are not very similar, but food culture, extremely similar, I think.
Yeah, language is not that similar, but foods and culture maybe, like
Also maybe
people
culture.
are welcoming and stuff, that's
Yes.
similar, but also you guys have more like European vibe to me, maybe like Turkey have mixed like everywhere.
I think Greece is a mixture of like Western Europe, Balkans, and Asia, like Middle East. I think it's kind of weird. It depends on the situation, but yeah.
Maybe because of the language, when I heard like, oh, is it Spanish? Like it's so cool.
Yeah. In some aspects, yeah.
It was my first time, it was so cool.
Today we tried to figure out how similar Turkish and Greek is.
If you like this video, please like, subscribe and comment down below.
See you next time.
Bye!